ask you, I know it's still far away, but Rio is coming up. Are you hoping to be there, and if so, are you excited, and what are you hoping to achieve there?
If I had the great fortune to represent our country at the Rio Olympics, I'll be, of course, I'll be ecstatic as a 40-year-old and 41-year-olds to participate. But I got to take care of business tomorrow. In the U.S., you got to be 1, 2, 3, or not. I'll have a better answer tomorrow. How excited I am if I have the great fortune to represent our country.
Listen, I just wanted to also get your opinion. Everyone's talking about the Zika virus. Is that something that's concerning you ahead of the Olympics? Is that something?
Like I said, I got to punch my tickets for Rio to be able to concern that. But I do watch the news, since the Zika virus is unfortunate. It really does hurt a lot of people and unfortunate things. And more for feminine and female. Anything you have a virus that's going not only in Rio or South America, anywhere is horrible. And unfortunately, that's what's going on right now. And hopefully they situated it and see what the problem is. But for the people that go to Rio, we'll have to face that or have to answer for that question.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Racing in Los Angeles, you went to UCLA. How special is that?
I was so excited to be here when I was 19-year-old to come to UCLA to wear that UCLA blue and jersey shirt. And, I never raced a marathon. In fact, 1994 was the first time I saw the LA Marathon. I said, wonder if I could do that one day. And the pacemaker won it that year, I believe. And that was on my recruiting trip. And I always dreamed of doing the LA Marathon. I was hoping when they announced that LA will host the trials, and I was hoping to do the course, the LA Marathon. But obviously, it's not going to be the same course. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to be here. I'm growing up in San Diego and living in going to UCLA and living in Mammoth. I'm a California boy, so I'm very excited for the opportunity. Many people are coming from throughout California, but also many other states.
A follow-up to that, what's the biggest change from when you were at UCLA to now? What's the biggest thing that's changed?
Well, Chris, for once, the biggest changes are that I have no hair anymore. And I used to click, and I used to click, for like 5 times, smile repeats, and you used to do 422, 418, 412, 408, and Mark Hauser used to come and better that. He used to start that and then run. He actually ran under 4 minutes because we didn't train that day. But then 800s, my 800 PR is still probably from training. He used to do at Drake Stadium, we do 5 or 6 with Coach Larson and start like 202, 2 minute, 158, and 156, and then he goes let her loose and we were on 153. So those things are not possible anymore. Just I'm not having hair. But just to be here, and I eventually want to take my girls to UCLA football, basketball games, and things like that as I retire. But I love sports. I want them to get involved, and they're here, and I'm just delighted to be running in front of them and to come back now. As a 40-year-old, it's exciting, because many people from the UCLA athletic department will be here and see me, and my PE teacher from 7th grade, and maybe from high school, and so it's a reunion almost, but in a positive way. So I'm excited.
You've noted that circumstances are very different from 2012, but do you take any heart in the fact that the Athens Marathon was a really hot one, and this one tomorrow is going to be fairly warm? And will we take anything from that Olympic race into this one?
I'm shaking right now. I'm cold. I think my hat is, but that's how I am. I usually have extra layer of clothes, but it's good confidence they have to run Athens. Everybody I don't like adversity, but sometimes you face them and you have to deal with them. People think I love getting red-eye flights. I don't. I just want to get there as late as possible, and then red-eye is the way to do it. Do I love running the heat? Absolutely not. But at the same time, we know that it is on 10:06 start, and try to ahead of time. I've been keeping track, and I've been running with sweats, and been doing a treadmill run, and sweat like crazy. So you got to get used to it. I did sit on the sauna before Athens. I didn't do that for this trip because the virus sickness going around. I decided not to do that.
A week ago Saturday, where were you at? What were the conditions when you were training?
A week ago Saturday, I was in Mammoth till yesterday morning, and Saturday I probably wore rain gear, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt on a treadmill. at Mammoth Lakes at 8,000 feet.
You didn't go outside.
I did less outside runs than I did in the past, just because Mammoth has been 50 degree or 45 degree, and I'd rather be inside 72 degree and put an extra layer on. In fact, one time I don't know if it helped. I didn't think it helped, but Coach Russian brought the space heater and put it by my legs, but the ceiling was so high I didn't think it made a big impact. But we're trying to do everything we can.
You mentioned that intensity of workouts has changed as you've gotten older, but what about the volume? Have you had to knock down the volume a little bit as the years have gone by?
Definitely, as I got older, my nutrition has changed, and my training has changed, and my recovery has changed. And I talk all about that before more those, but generation you can immediately or take 2 days in between. It used to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday long run. I can't do this anymore. I got to do every 2 days to hard intensity, and I feel my body to what I think I need more of, whether it is tempo runs or long runs and intervals. So, I feel confident about my speed right now, coming in, and my endurance. I covered the marathon more than a few times. So, I'm just thankful to be healthy and thankful that I don't have to prove anything. Just if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, guess what? Another day that goes on. But I would love to. I'm a competitive guy. I love to earn a spot on the team. I love to do it for my daughters. I love to do it for our country. But it is what it is. You can't play timeout or defense. And hopefully, I don't know how the other guys are, how much condition they are. So when the gun goes off, it's fair and square.
So how do you gauge where you're at in your training as those things change? Because obviously it's new variables and new things you're keying off of.
As you change your nutrition, your training, your recovery, only you know what you go through, and the clock doesn't lie. Just 2 days later, or it wasn't like a regimen Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday tempos. But the watch doesn't lie. You just got to be there. Like, say, okay, I feel good because I had a couple of days for recovery. But it's consistency, right? It's about time over time to be able to do this over. I have run over 100,000 miles, and that's going to carry you through 26.2. Just how fast is the question?
There's certain benchmark workouts that you've done in the past, and how do your workouts now compare for those same benchmark workouts?
They're definitely slower, the train that I have done recently than 2000. I used to run 457 for 15-mile tempo with hills, and when I was going for Athens, but now I can't do that. And did I avoid hills? No. Did I avoid the push? No. We just got to be able to say, okay, I run 5 minute or 5:02 for 14 miles. I'm happy with it. Why? Because you just got to get that line healthy, and the rest will take care of itself.
Are you thinking about approaching the race like you did in 2004 by hanging back and moving up through the pack, or are you approaching the race differently than the heat?
No, I'm a different kind of runner. I've done it from the front, I've done it from the back, I've done it from the middle, and tomorrow is the magic. We'll see how it's going to be. I just want to be on the team, and I'm going to try my hardest. And once the gun goes off, I'll evaluate and whether I need to hold back or I need to be in the front. And people are going to key off me, and some of those other guys to key off, and we're going to see who makes a move at what point, and do you respond to that or not. And those are mental challenges.
Meb, one point I want to clarify here for all of us for on the record. Are you directly connecting hair loss in your 30s with the loss of leg speed? Is there a correlation there now? We can look at that?
I think there is a correlation.
Because I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling slower by the minute here. Okay. The next question is, you forgot to mention one of your confidence builders for 2004. You forgot to mention that you broke some guy's 10,000 meter meet record in the Olympic trials, and with perfect setup for a Olympic silver medal. Last question. Everybody has, or at least I thought in 2008. I watched your track trials. I wasn't there for the marathon. I saw you struggle in the 10,000. I knew you had a physical problem. Then you didn't make the team, and that fall I went to Olympic trials, to the Olympic Training Center, and I saw you. Were you there for 2 or 3 months trying to get your physical things straightened out? And did you consider that career-threatening injury, where your career was in the balance at that point in time in late 2008?
Well, most definitely. The public church crasher didn't realize it 10 weeks later because my good friend Ryan Shea passed away. You think health consciousness is not as important because you don't make the Olympic team a big deal. Who wasn't sitting to me next to the bus? That was a reality check for you. But I tried to come back too fast, tried to make the Olympic team into 10,000. There's pressure on the other company to make a team.
Sure.
And I don't have to have those things anymore. And but when I try to come back. I was trying to break 27 minutes in Brussels. My muscle, my TFL was not firing, so Chris Austin decided to advise me to go to Olympic Trains in Colorado Springs. I spent 2 months. I thought it was going to be a week or so, but ended up in 2 months just because, my career was in danger. It was going to be career ending, but at the same time, you got to do this slowly to make a difference.
Most runners don't shut down for 2 months to go into therapy and to try to get the imbalances, but you felt seriously that this could be the end if you didn't get it straightened out.
When I go to a commitment, I go 110% all the time, and I see the shin or doing kinesio tape, KT tape, or whatever. Those things are mental. There was no guarantee I was going to come back to New York. If somebody tell me go do that, you're going to guarantee you do it in a heartbeat. But there's no guarantees. That's part of life. Try to do the best that you can.
Hey, Meb, I'd like to ask you a question.
Meb, when you were in a race,